yesterday, which was a very sad day, although unfortunately not unexpected, but a sad day where those who became the symbol of the hostages, the two little gingies, as they call them, came back in body bags, unfortunately. So this is kind one can think that, Eibishter, God, where are you? So on that very same day, we saw those amazing miracles where 3 buses exploded, and chas v'shalom, this could have been catastrophe. And God prevented it, unbeknown to anybody. That God made this miraculous, from what we hear, mistake, that instead of setting the timer for 9 a.m., they set it for 9 p.m. Now, let's not just look at this as, the shlemazl made a mistake, because these shlemazlonim, they're not such a shlemazlonim. They know very well what they're doing. They're very meticulous, Achman al-Itzlan. But this is God's intervention. So we see this, God's presence, in the most miraculous of ways. While we're asking today, Bishter, why all those innocent lost of lives? So, Oit Hashem Kionafto Bi. Bishter, time has come for you to show us not just the miracles with the suffering, but beyond the suffering, no more suffering at all. And that is only with the coming of Mashiach, which is what we're praying today for, every day, every moment. And for this we're going to say the Kapitel Tehillim, Mizmor lesoido rila adonai kol haaretz ivdu es adonai b'simcha bo elefanu b'yonana du'uka adonai u'elim hu asanu v'lo anachnu ame v'tzei ma'arisa b'yushoru b'soido chatzroisa b'silo hoido lo baruch shemoi ki tov adonai le'olam chasdo v'yadoir v'dor emunasoi. Please let's all give some tzedakah. And Friday, a special day. Today is Chav Gimel Shvat. Yesterday was Chav Shvat, the Hilula, the Yortzeit of the Rebbetzin Chaya Mushka. Impossible to describe that person for many reasons. Because most of us knew very little about her, or just about nothing. Her discretion was so amazing. People didn't even know who she was, unless the select few that came in contact with her directly, or those she wanted to be in contact with, she had a circle, etc., or people who just happened to come into contact with her. But in general, since the Rebbe became Rebbe, she has not come into any public event. She hasn't come to any. She didn't come to shul. She didn't come even Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. She wouldn't come to shul for the simple reason she didn't want anybody to fuss about her. In fact, the Rebbe would blow shofar for her. The Rebbe would read the Megillah for her at home when he came back from shul. That was her amazing. She literally set herself aside for the Rebbe and for the Jewish people, for Klal Yisrael, as she had said, we're here to serve. So I just want to share with you a very personal incident. It used to be that while we were Bachim, students in yeshiva in the 70s, early 70s, every morning someone, and there was a tour, we had to get onto the list to go to the Rebbe's home around 10:30, 11ish, pick up with the thermos of coffee the Rebbetzin would prepare and bring it to 770, bring it to the secretariat, give it to the Rebbe. Usually it would be between the 2 doors in front of the house. That's where we would pick it up. No questions asked, nobody bothered, nobody said anything. Happened to be when I went, it wasn't ready. And we were told if it's not there, ring the bell and somebody will bring it to you. Actually, when I went, it wasn't there. As I said, I rang the bell, and it wasn't one of the helpers in the house that came, but it was the Rebbetzin herself. And she immediately said, Entschuldigung, I'm sorry, that's noch nicht great. A paar Minuten, und kommt herein. Come in, sie kalt in drüßen. it's cold outside. I wasn't going to step into the Rebbe's house. So I said to Rebbetzin, mir is gut, mir nicht kalt, I'm okay. Rebbetzin says, komm mal rein, es ist kalt. She insisted. And again I said no. And then she tells me, the longer we do actions, the longer we the Rebbe warten auf sein Coffee. The longer that you're stubborn, you're not coming in, the longer the Rebbe has to wait for his coffee. In other words, she did not want the Rebbe to wait a moment extra, and at the same time she did not want me, a young boy, to be called outside. A few moments she came back, so I had no choice. I went in the foyer. She comes back with a cup, with a thermos. Again she said, I'm sorry and thank you. And then she said, she looks at me and says, und in the winter is a gleiche Sache zu tragen Handschikes. And in winter it's appropriate to wear gloves. The devotion to the Rebbe and the personal care to young little Bacher.